Hello everyone. Today I'm very excited to bring you this figure review. That is the highly anticipated Sexyice Manticora. For people who might not know Sexyice, I know it's a weird name, but they're a new Chinese company who started doing action figure in 2024. Yeah, their figures are very heavily inspired by Amazing Yamaguchi, but also has a lot of their design quirks and they put a lot of thought into the figures. Their figures are very striking in terms of appearance and also very, very well designed. Since we get that out of the way, let's look at the figure. This figure is almost completely this dark gunmetal, which actually make it pretty hard to film. And there's these green, oh no, orange line work here and the little dot. I think if the orange line are a little bit brighter, and if they have some sort of illuminescent effect, it will look better. Right now it looks kind of a little bit dull because the color, like under direct light, it might be fine, but if you're filming it, it look like a big cockroach. To be completely honest. Yeah, but that's aesthetic. The overall proportion is very exaggerated and anime-ish, which I really like, but you know, this is a preference thing. One thing though, the craftsmanship seems to be very well done. You pretty much can't find any knob mark, any mold line. I think there's a little bit paint bleed here, yeah, but overall, there's pretty much no paint issue, and it's very well done. All right, let's look at his articulation, which gonna talk a lot about. All right, for his head, it's a double ball joint and articulated neck. It can look all the way up. Oh, sorry. There'll be a gap here if you look all the way up. Bury his chin. Rotate, oops, sorry. Rotation. And tilt. So you pretty much can pose him however you want with this neck and combo. Very good neck articulation. For shoulder, it's a big ball joint, and this part is a straight peg plug-in, and this here is a ball joint. So you can raise his shoulder. The shoulder pad is connected via a single ball joint. I think ball pack, yeah. And raise over weight over 190. And you also have a bit wiggle because this is a ball joint. All right. Get a bicep swivel. For his double jointed arms, there's one joint hiding down here, another joint here. So bend pretty much this way. And again, like their previous figure, there's a ball joint inside. So with this 3 joint, you can pretty much bend 150, 160. And for the wrist, floating piece, very good range. The only gripes I have is like for this design, like this two chest armor design, they could easily incorporate a amazing Yamaguchi style butterfly joint, like the squeeze, right? But he doesn't, so it doesn't have, like he pretty much have nothing in terms of butterfly movement. So yeah, that's the only thing well, I wish they could improve for his diaphragm joint. There's a overlay here. Oops, to rotate it a bit. Going forward. Very good range. His arm back. Going back. Very good range, and this carving out the gap. Side to side. Again, very impressive range. Of course, rotation. And for his diaphragm joint, sorry, waist joint, back, side, of course, rotation. So combining with this two joint, pretty much pose however you want, especially for big bulky dude. For his hip, ball socket, double ball joint, so you can kick up. Like front kick is 90, but if you kick to the side and rotate this, and kick very high. Okay, and I like this design a lot. You can do a lot of nuance pose with this two ball joint. Of course, rotation here, rotation here. All right, double jointed knee. Very good. For his ankle, floating piece. Yeah, this is back, forward, pivot, and rotation. And also he has two toe joint. Very nice. Flush. So in my opinion, in terms of design, like there's no, like he's pretty much flawless except for the butterfly joint, which I think is an intentional design choice, so can't really fault him for that. For his accessories, stand first. For accessories, you get to gnarly crawling hand. You get to fist hand. These hands are a lot harder to put on than all the other hands, so remember to heat them up. And this single gripping hand, this is for this gruesome eliminator head, but In reality, it's having a hard time gripping it because the hand is soft. So, but this head actually can be, let me show you. Oh, there we go. There's a ball joint inside, which means you can put on. It's not super tight, like it's very loose actually, but you can put it on the eliminator head and the smasher head that I heard is going to release in either this month or next month. Same goes for this keychain. This is the pre-order bonus if you order directly from their store. I don't know how that works overseas, but that is for us. All right, let's put the ball joint back in. You know what? So get a arm cannon. You need to pull out his arm. This is only for the right hand. You only get one. And to put it in, it's very hard. Like it's very, very tight. You just really hear it out. So I'm not gonna show it here, but I will post a photo. Oh, there you go. All right. There's also some effect piece. This is inserted into cannon. This is a smoke piece. There's 3 holes here. You can slot. This is also one of the other criticism I have because like this is pretty tight. Oh, sorry. This is pretty hard. If you heat them out, they get soft, but when you're trying to install the arm cannon, you're either gonna warp this little spike or stab you yourself. So that's pretty annoying. So got this piece. I don't know, actually don't know how I should put this. Maybe, I don't know, grab it here. And also, oh, and also this small piece who has 2 holes. So you can, oops. There you go. All right. You also get a battle damage alternative head. Gnarly paint job. And this crazy ass thing. This is the battle damage arms. But again, really tight. So I wasn't managed to get it out because I'm afraid of breaking it, and I'm not gonna use it anyway. So you're supposed to pull this thing, like this whole ball joint out, and insert it in. All right, this is for the left arm. And that's it for all his like traditional accessories. So get a pair of ball joint and manual. And little stand with 2 clamps. This is too small. Like he is a big dude. This stuff, the little stand is not gonna hold him. For size comparison and possible pairings, of course, we're gonna look at him with the previous release. Of course, it's time to showcase my 3-pack Eliminator. Okay, and their very first release, Mantis Girl. And you know who is gonna be a very good fit? Figma Guyver. All right, let's look at more traditional pairings. Get Marvel Legend. Amazing Yamaguchi. And Jada. All right, that's for the size comparison. Do I recommend this? Absolutely. I won't say it's the figure of the year, but it's definitely one of the best figure I have for this year. And if you know me, you know I collect a lot of figures. Also, a thing need to be pointing out is, I heard that joint is using a different material, right? If you know a little bit about the material used in action figure manufacture, usually they use, sometimes they use metal, like SHF and Mayfax. Sometimes they use PVC, like Marvel Legend, and oh yeah, and also McFarlane. PVC is on the softer side, and ABS. ABS is very hard, but can be brittle. And usually the best material is POM, POM. For POM is pretty hard and very sturdy, but probably on the expensive side. And for this figure, they use a material called, it's a new material called, I don't know the full name because I probably can't pronounce it, but it's short for POK. So their joint feels amazing. Like it's tight, but also smooth. It's not super tight, like to the point that you're afraid of breaking it, but also very like butter smooth, but also tight at the same time, and also very durable, like POM. All right, that's it. See you guys next time.